Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my pack with me for Orlando. The time has finally come. What I will say is we are still a fair few weeks out. I am packing insanely early, or should I say starting to pack insanely early, and there's a few reasons for this. We are a family of 6, so there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to packing. I'm packing for all of us, and I feel like if I left it until the last minute or even the last week, I would be scrambling, I would be so stressed, and I would end up forgetting things. Another reason is one of our children, my daughter, if you're new to my channel, has complex medical needs, so we're traveling with an awful lot of her medical supplies and equipment. She's also G-tube fed, and that is all things that absolutely cannot be forgotten. It would ruin the trip. We would have to come straight back because we just couldn't do without those things. So once again, I'm giving myself all this time so that I've got time to remember things as I remember them. Also, if I realise that I've forgotten something I've not bought yet, I've got time to do that. All in all, it will bring me a lot more peace and a lot less stress if I start packing early and just pack a little bit at a time instead of trying to do it all at once. Also, because we are such a big family, as you can see, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed by everything that we have to pack, and there is absolutely no way that I could have everything out at once to pack at once. That there behind me is just the children's clothes, so it's already taken over our room, so I need to pack things bit by bit, otherwise I'm just going to run out of space. I'm just going to get overwhelmed. But anyway, enough of me justifying why I'm packing early. I'm packing early. Also, I'm excited. I want to do it early. So, without further ado, let's get started. So this is all of our luggage, and they're in the boys' room because the boys have the most space in their bedroom. There is absolutely no way I would fit all of these in our bedroom, especially not Avery's bedroom. So these are all of our checked cases. These two, I believe I bought from eBay quite a while ago. These 3 the boys had for Christmas. We found them at Trago Mills, and then the one on the end I've had for so long I can't even remember where I got it from, but the majority of them are medium sized, and then the one at the end is large. I contemplated only taking 5 cases just because of the space we have in the car, but my mum and dad, who are also coming with us, are very kindly taking one of our cases, and they're also taking one of the children just so that we can keep our 2 back seats down to make space for more luggage. Avery's feed alone is going to be about 20 kilograms, so I'm just trying to have as much space as possible. Our luggage allowance is, I believe, 23 kilograms per checked case, and obviously we're allowed 6 of them. We are traveling with Virgin Atlantic. We're also allowed a carry-on case and a personal bag. I think I'm going to film a whole separate video about our carry-on luggage, so I'm just going to focus on the checked luggage in this video because I think that is enough for one video. So I find the best way to keep luggage organised, and that is an absolute must when you have 4 children, is by subcategorising a lot of the stuff that's in the cases. And no surprises, I'm going to be using packing cubes for the majority of it. I think mostly it's going to be clothes in the packing cubes, and then I do have other organisational bags for the rest of the stuff. So I think for right now, since the kids' clothes are all out, they've all been folded and ironed and they're all organised, I'm going to crack on with just packing the kids' clothes into packing cubes today. So this is what we are working with. This is the majority of Avery's clothes. These are Marley's clothes. These are Zach's clothes, and these are Eli's clothes. So again, if you're new to my channel, 3 boys, 1 girl, Avery being the youngest. But luckily we are going to a warm climate, so really it is just shorts and t-shirts that I've mostly needed. We are going for 2 weeks. Hence the amount of clothes that are here. They don't have a pair of shorts for every day, but they do have a t-shirt for every day, and then some. The only person that's really got a new set of clothing for every single day, top and bottom, is Avery, just because I'm factoring in leakage, blowouts, things like that. She is too, so it does happen. Now, I am a list maker at heart, but even if you are not a list maker, I definitely recommend writing at least some kind of list for packing, especially if you're packing as a large family. I have used the checklist section in my digital planner to write our lists, and again I have subcategorized this list and highlighted it. So I've got all of the clothes for each of the children and for Josh and I, and then I have extra categories such as medical documents, Avery's feed, medications, equipment. I've also got a miscellaneous list, and I've been writing this list for the best part of 6 months, so anything I'd forgotten along the way or thought of along the way, I've written it down on this list. So I feel as though I've got pretty much everything on here. Not only that, I also took it a little step further and I planned out outfits for every day. The only person I haven't done this for is Josh, because he's an adult and he doesn't want me to plan his outfits. But this just makes it easier for me to make sure I don't overpack and I only take exactly what we need. Also, it's going to be handy for me while we're there and packing actually, because what I'm actually going to do is pack by day as opposed to just packing all the t-shirts together, all the shorts together, etc. So when we're in Orlando, it's going to be really easy for me to just check the day and see what I'd planned for the children to wear that day, because I've thought about it, you know, and I think if we were there on the day and we were rushing, I'd just throw anything on them. Whereas all these outfits, I've planned them out, I've colour coordinated them, I've planned them by park, so it may be a bit OTT, and I'm not saying this is the way it should be done, it's just the way I like to do it because I am over the top organised. Otherwise I get overwhelmed. So I've got quite a mixture of packing cubes here. These ones, the pink mesh ones and these grey mesh ones, I bought from Amazon a few years ago now. I'm not gonna lie, I've already had to throw a few away because they just didn't hold up. This set I believe is a set of 6, and I bought it from Shein quite recently and it was really inexpensive, so I'm gonna see how these hold up. I am not packing a suitcase per person. I'm not even gonna pack a packing cube per person, especially with the children. I'm actually going to mix up their clothes and pack by day and then spread them out between the cases. That way, if God forbid one of our cases does get lost, then I know each of the children has something to wear. The same with all of Avery's medical equipment and feed and whatnot. It's going to get distributed between the suitcases just in case anything gets lost. We know we've at least got something until hopefully we can get our suitcases back. Excuse the terrible lighting, the sun is glaring through the window at the moment, but I've got all of the boys' shorts and t-shirts in front of me, so I'm going to start with them. And like I said, I'm going to pack per day, so I'll pack a pair of Zach's shorts and t-shirts, a pair of Marley's shorts and t-shirts, and a pair of Eli's shorts and t-shirts. And I'm basically just going to see how many days worth I can get in this packing cube, and then I'll move on to another one, and then that other one will go in a different suitcase. I am going to cross-reference with my kind of outfit plans just so that I know I'm putting the right shorts with the right t-shirts, but they should all be in order because I put them in order. So I've managed to get 4 days worth of clothes for all 3 boys in this one packing cube. It is full to the brim, but that's in there now. It's organised, and I know that when we get there, this is the first bag we need to pull out. So that is all the kiddies, kind of the bulk of the clothes packed, obviously apart from underwear, pyjamas and whatnot. But I've labelled them as well, the boys' clothes, just to make it a little bit easier on myself when we get there. So I know that in here are the first few days, and then in this lot is the second lot of days, this is the third lot of days, and this is the, I think, final day, and then spares. I managed to fit all of Avery's clothes into one medium-sized packing cube, which I'm really pleased about. So yeah, that is the bulk of their clothes. I will be keeping back a few just for our hand luggage, but again, I'll go more into that in another video. One thing I will say is the zip on this one came off as I was zipping it up. So that one will definitely be left behind when we're there, because once I open it, that's it, it's broken. Like I said, the ones I got from Amazon, the quality is not brilliant. They're starting to fall apart. This is one of the Shein ones, and actually I'm quite impressed. Not just the quality, but just the fact that it's taller. So I could fold clothes in a different way. I did like a mixture of folding and rolling, just depending on the thickness of the clothes and whatnot. I've ironed them all, so hopefully they don't get completely battered and creased by the time we get there, because I don't think I can be bothered to do loads of ironing when we're there. But the bulk of the kids' clothes are away in packing cubes now, so they just can get chucked into the cases. I think I'm going to get mine and my husband's clothes folded as well, just so I can get them away in packing cubes and just get them out of the wardrobe so we've got more space. They're all behind me here. They've all been on hangers. If you are interested at all in, you know, the outfits that I'm actually wearing, or the outfits the kids are wearing, and where I got all the clothes from and stuff, I did do 2 separate videos, what I'm wearing to Florida and what the kids are wearing to Florida, so definitely check those out if you actually want to see the outfits properly, because I realised I didn't really show you the clothes that much, but it is because I filmed those 2 videos. I'm going to get these folded and get them out the way as well, because then all of the outfits are done. That's the bulk of the clothes done, which I think is one of the hardest parts, so... Just finished folding everything, so these are all my clothes, and then Josh's are here. Those 2 outfits are going in hand luggage. I've just got a few kind of crop tank tops. I've got 4 pairs of shorts. Those there are kind of more racerback floaty type tank tops. Got a pair of lightweight shorts over there that I don't want to fold because they crease so badly. I'm going to have to figure out a way to pack them, but the likelihood is I'll have to iron them there anyway. A couple of beach dresses, a few nicer dresses just in case I feel a bit sticky in the evenings and I want to get changed. A nice outfit there because it is my mum's birthday while we're out there. I'm only taking 1 skirt. And then I've got a few t-shirts. These are all either Disney or Universal themed t-shirts. Again, I showed them all in my what I'm wearing to Disney video. And then Josh just has a few t-shirts, some shorts, and his Spirit jerseys in there as well. To be honest, he's a very light packer. He just feels like he needs a few pairs of shorts, a few t-shirts and his underwear, but everything's folded, so now I just need to get this lot into packing cubes. Time has come for me to actually start getting some of this stuff into suitcases. Now this isn't everything, this is just the regular stuff. I've still got to fit all of Avery's feed, giving sets and other medical equipment in as well. At the moment I've only got 4 suitcases out because that's all I can fit on the floor, and looking at this now, I'm so glad I'm packing it early because the Easter holidays are literally just before we travel, and there is absolutely no way I'd be able to do this while the boys are home, and I'm pretty sure they're only in school for 1 more week, so I'm glad I'm getting this done early. So you saw me pack everything into packing cubes in terms of clothes, but as you can probably see there is a lot more behind me than I packed that day. So as I said, I like to subcategorize, so I've just got lots of bags basically full of lots of different bits and bobs, and I'm basically going to be playing Tetris or Jenga, one or the other. But I'm going to go through what I've got in each of the bags and kind of how I have sub-organised. Please excuse the backdrop behind me. Bedding is being washed, which is why you can see a bare mattress. So obviously a lot of the clothes you've already seen in these packing cubes. The only thing I've kind of rethought to myself is, obviously my idea was to pack clothes over different suitcases so everyone had clothes if one of our cases got lost. However, all of mine actually fit into one packing cube. If I lose my clothes, at least it's not the kids. That's my mindset. Josh's is over 2. Avery's is all in one cube as well. It wouldn't really be space efficient to pack her clothes into more than one cube just because her clothes are very small. I mean, this is just a medium size packing cube as well, so her clothes are all in one packing cube. So let's all just keep our fingers crossed and pray to the plain gods that my luggage does not get lost, or at least the case that is holding Avery's clothes. Along with all the clothes, everyone has got their own little cube full of underwear. So the boys have each got one. This is all of their underwear and their socks. This is mine, but I did also manage to fit another pair of pyjamas and a belt in here as well. The boys' pyjamas are all going to be in hand luggage, which is why you're not seeing them in this video. Don't worry, I am taking pyjamas for them. And then Josh's underwear is all in this one. He doesn't actually have any pyjamas. I assume he's just going to sleep in his pants. Not going to go into too much detail on these bags, just because I don't want to show you my underwear. Next is shoes, and the boys are all pretty low maintenance in terms of shoes. They're all wearing a pair of trainers on the journey, and that is the only pair of trainers they're taking. Marley and Eli both had a new pair and they've worn them in, and Zach was very particular. He didn't want a new pair. He said that the pair he had were comfortable and he wanted them. He is autistic, so that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. He's very particular about his feet. He's the same with socks. I hope the socks I packed for him are going to be okay because he's very funny with socks. But Zach and Eli also have a pair of these. These are not Crocs. They're not the Croc brand. I did get these on Sports Direct, but they're kind of that Croc style. I thought these would be comfortable for them. They don't walk in slides very well. I think they just fall off their feet too much. And obviously these have the back on them, so if they want to wear them like that, if it's more comfortable for them, they can. Marley can walk fine in slides, so he has this pair. This is I think it's a Ralph Lauren pair. Josh bought these for him in TK Maxx. I'm just gonna take the labels off the bottoms. And then Josh has this Lyle & Scott pair. Again, I think he got these from TK Maxx. So in terms of shoes, that is all the boys are taking. Now Avery doesn't really wear shoes because obviously she's not really on her feet, but I did find these in Tesco's when I was doing my shopping one day, and I absolutely could not resist. They were only £2 in the sale as well. So she's got these little Minnie Mouse sandals, which I think are adorable. And then my shoes. So I'm wearing my black Nikes on flight. I also have another pair of trainers. These ones Josh bought me just recently from Deichmann's. These are bench, and I just absolutely love the colour. It's like a really muted mauvey pink, but I just thought I can switch into these when my feet are getting uncomfortable with the other trainers, or, you know, nude and black. They kind of go with everything. And then on days when the outfit will match, or on days when it's a bit hotter, I do have these. Again, I found these in Deichmann's. Now, I was talking to my mum about Tevas because I've read all over the internet that they are really comfy walking sandals, and she was looking for a pair because she does get very uncomfortable with her feet and her knees and legs and stuff. So I was talking about Tevas, and I think her plan was to order some, but then we were in Deichmann's and we saw these. These were like £17.99 compared to the £45 price tag of Tevas. They look pretty much exactly the same. They're from the brand Graceland. They feel really, really comfortable on. The sizing was a bit off. These are actually a size 3. I'm not a size 3. I'm between a size 4 and a size 5. That's UK sizing, obviously. But these fit really, really well. So my mum picked up a nude and a black pair, and I, of course, had to pick up a pair too. So I'm going to be taking these, and yeah, again, on days when my outfit will match with them, or on days when I just want my feet to be a bit freer and not so kind of confined in sweaty trainers, then this will be my answer. But we don't stop there with my shoes. I have this pair of sandals. These are my kind of beach sandals, I suppose. I am also packing these if I can fit them in, just because They weigh nothing, they literally weigh nothing. I found these on Shein. The brown pair of slides were from Primark, by the way. But yeah, I found these on Shein. They're super comfortable, and I just thought these would be good for walking around the kind of resort room, or even if we just go into the pool for a couple of hours, because they are rubber, they're not going to get damaged if they get wet. And I don't like walking around barefoot in my own house, let alone a hotel room. So I just thought these would make good slipper slash pool slides basically. And then for evenings, when I feel like I might want to be a bit dressier, I'm just packing these nude sandals. They wouldn't take up much space, and they'll pretty much go with all of the evening outfits that I've picked out. That might seem a little bit excessive for shoes, but most of them are small. I'm only taking one extra pair of trainers, but compared to the boys, I definitely feel as though I've gone a bit overboard, but oh well. This bag contains the boys' bum bags, and then also all of our ears. So the boys' ears, mine and Avery's, they're all in there in this nice packing cube. Hopefully they don't get damaged. I will be really upset if we get to the other end and some of them get damaged. I think the ones I'm most worried about are probably my Animal Kingdom ones, just because I bought them on Amazon and they are a little bit more flimsy. I mean, they seem quite flat in there, so hopefully they'll be okay. But yeah, they are a little bit more on the flimsy side. I don't want them to get ruined because I really love them. Again, by the way, check out the kind of what we're wearing to Disney videos. I show all of my ears in that video. Sun hats, obviously a must. These aren't living in any kind of sub container or sub bag. Just because I ran out, because I've used so many of them. The boys all wore these ones at Disneyland Paris. I think Josh found these in probably Asda, Georgia Asda maybe, or maybe even Morrison's. It was Nutmeg from Morrison's. Just Marvel, like flat peak style caps. We've also got this one that Josh actually bought for himself, but at Disneyland Paris he realised it was uncomfortable for him. Maybe it was too tight or something, so I am going to pack it, A, because I don't have a cap, and if I feel like I absolutely need one I can just stick this on. I tried this on in Paris as well, it's not actually that comfortable. Or if the boys want to switch it up and they want to wear a different cap, then they've got the choice. This one is Josh's cap. I think he got this from TK Maxx. It's a Calvin Klein one. He's very bold, going for white. That is going to get filthy. And then Avery has a choice of 3. She's got this one that I picked up on Amazon. I like it because it fits her head properly, and the peak you can kind of push up or push down. It's just kind of a fail safe if the other 2 won't stay on her head, because obviously I want to keep her head protected. She also has these 2. These 2 are both from Asda, I think. They came in a pack of 2. Again, I think Josh picked these up. Just little bucket hats, Minnie Mouse ones. We have our beach bag, which was from Primark. It's just a stitch beach bag. I didn't really take up a whole lot of space, so I'm leaving it as it is. Nappies, that reminds me I don't actually have them here, so I'm taking like a handful of nappies for Avery, and my son who has autism, he is also in nappies overnight, or nappy pants, pull-ups. So I'm going to take enough of those for the duration of our trip, because I don't want to buy an entire pack there and then have to bring some home. So I'm just taking them, and then I'm taking a handful, maybe about 15 or 20 for Avery, because I will buy her another pack out there. But then we just also have some little swimmers here for Avery for the pool. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 left, so I thought that would be enough. We're not going to be at the pool every day, so it'll be fine. Sunglasses. Now I am debating whether these should go in our hand luggage or not. Just because I have broken a pair recently. A few different, I've got a couple of different styles. I've got these ones which are very dirty. These are from Abella Eyewear. I do have a discount code for Abella actually. It is linked down below. These ones are actually a new purchase that I bought from Amazon, because my other pair that were the same colour broke. I was really sad about it because I loved them. I'd had them for years. But I picked up this aviator style, and they're actually pretty decent quality, so I'm taking those as well. Again, different colours for different outfits. Of course my boys are not so fussy, so they've all got 1 pair. These are Josh's. I think he picked them up from TK Maxx quite a while ago, or was it he did a big order on, I think it was Very or M&M Direct or something like that, so it was one or the other, but I very much doubt I'd be able to find them now because they're so old. Zach and Eli's, These are Eli's, these are Zach's. They've had them for ages. They barely wear sunglasses. I asked them, do you really want to take them, because they barely wear them. Marley doesn't have any, again, because I've never seen him wear them, but if he wants to, he can get a pair when we're out there. These are Avery's. Not sure how often we're going to use them, because hopefully she'll mostly be under the sunshade. But I bought these on Amazon, and they have the strap around the back to keep them on her head. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to pack them in the cases or if I'm going to put them in our hand luggage. This I've shown in a video before. This is our nappy caddy, but this will actually go in the shopping trolley of the pushchair. When we're in the parks, it makes it easier to get things in and out of security, or get whatever's in the bottom of the pushchair in and out of security, going into the parks, and it gives us more space to store things, basically. So I am just going to fold this up, and then this can be packed flat. Speaking of parks, these 2 bags are full of everything that we're going to need in the park. So this is all of our park bag stuff, basically. I did do an entire video on what is in my park bag, so I will leave the entire Disney playlist down below so you can check those out. The only things that I've added since, I've taken a few bits out of our medicine bag and just popped them in here just to have a few bits to hand when we're there. So I've just got some Rennies, Josh gets heartburn, I've got some diarrhea tablets because no one wants to be dealing with that at Disney, and some plasters and some paracetamol, and I've also got 2 metal straws in there. I am not taking metal straws for the boys. The thought of them running around with a metal straw in their mouth gives me anxiety, so I'm not doing that. Other than that, everything else was in that video. So those are in them 2 bags, and I know that when we get there, those need to come straight out and go straight into our park bags. This little laundry pouch here, this was one of the ones in the set of packing cubes from Shein, just has Avery's spare bibs, a few muslin cloths, and a muslin swaddle blanket. I am going to take a kind of a light fleece blanket with us for the flight, but obviously out there I think that'll be too warm, so I've just got a lighter blanket just to cover her up a little bit. This is our little medicine pack. So in here I have, once again, diarrhea tablets. I've got some Rennies, I've got some Buscopan. These are for Josh, he does get like kind of heartburn and a bad stomach. I've got hay fever tablets. I do get really bad hay fever in the summertime. I've got paracetamol, I've got Compi blister plasters, I've got normal plasters. I've even got some antibiotics that I saved back from the last time I had cystitis, because I am prone to getting that, and I will not be impressed if I get it when I'm out there. But if I do, at least I've got some antibiotics to take, and hopefully that will help get rid of it. And I've also got like a ibuprofen gel type thing, because both Josh and I can get a bad back on the best of days. There is also some Movicol in here, which is Avery's laxative. There's also a few kind of cleaning wipes in there as well, just in case we need to clean down a surface, but that is all in this little Mickey pouch. I have a little pouch of bows, a little selection of bows for Avery. I've just picked out a few colours and what I think I will go with every outfit. There's a little Frozen clip in there as well. That hopefully should cover her for everything she's wearing. This is an idea that I've seen on a lot of people's packing videos. It's just an extension lead. I've tried to make it as safe as possible by getting the ones that have the individual switches on each socket, and it also has 4 USB ports. I just thought this expands the amount of plug space we have. We've only got 4 adapters, and Avery has a lot of stuff to charge at once, so I thought this would be really handy. It's not the lightest of things, but hopefully it will be worth it. I've got all of our pool / beach towels. There's 6 of us, so there's 6 of them. Eli has a Stitch one. Zach's got like a Mickey Mouse sailor style one. Mine just has shells on it. Mine's the only one that's not Disney themed. Avery has a Minnie Mouse one. Josh has a Star Wars one, of course, and Marley actually has a Harry Potter themed one. He's got a Hedwig one. This next pouch is all kind of food and kitchen style items. So I've got a big thing of chewing gum. I've got 2 small ones of chewing gum. These ones go in our part bags. There is already one ready to go in our part bag. Some squeezy squashes. So these are going to be really good for water for the boys. They don't like water that much, so I'm hoping this will help keep them hydrated. I've got a little thing of dish soap, and yes, I did label all of my travel bottles. And then I've got a couple of different sizes of like these wire brushes. Obviously we're going to have to be washing Avery syringes while we're out there, so I just wanted to make sure we had what we needed to do that. And then to go along with those little bits, I have Ziploc bags. These come in handy for so much, keeping your phone dry on water rides, putting snacks in, wet clothes. So those two go together. In this bag is all of our hair products. So I've got a bunch of different hair products, hair oil, hairspray. I've got a little pouch of like bubbles, my hair ties, Avery's hair ties, a clip, a satin scrunchie, hair gel, texturizing powder, heat defense, Avery's detangling spray, dry shampoo, just all hair stuff in there. In this pouch, and this might seem a little bit excessive, we are taking a few inflatables, not much. We're taking a couple of pairs of armbands, one very small rubber ring, and then Avery's inflatable. More so we're taking this because of Avery's inflatable. The reason why I've added a few extra bits to it is because it was in this bag anyway, so I thought I'd just add a few bits for the boys as well. Ugh, this beast is our toiletry bag. So this is basically everything that needs to be chucked in the bathroom except sun cream. Sun cream is in here as well. I've got cotton pads. I'm taking an entire pack because I use them for my toners and stuff, and also Avery uses them so we can clean her button. I've got like a selection of kind of like loofah, face wash, flannels, things like that. Pseudocreme, a selection of sun cream. So I've got a factor 50, a normal factor 50, I've got a factor 30, I've got a children's factor 50, I've got mosquito spray, I've got after sun, and I've got a factor 15 in there. I've got a razor, I've got deodorant for me and Josh, roll on, just because it's generally smaller and lasts longer. Josh's aftershave, I've got a little pair of nail cutting scissors for Avery. I've got a couple of bars of soap. This body souffle I got in an advent calendar. I got a Ted Baker advent calendar for Christmas. Christmas just gone. I've been saving a lot of the bits in there for this trip just because a lot of it's travel sized and it smells really nice. We've all got a travel toothbrush, got shampoo and conditioner. I've got all of my kind of face stuff. So I've got my SPF, moisturizer, face wash, eye cream, all that kind of stuff. It's all in minis. I'm still using my Murad that I've been using on every trip for the last year really, so this might actually be the last time I get to use it on a trip, otherwise it will probably go bad. I've got my cleansing balm, I've got a leave-in conditioner, I've got a hair pomade, and yeah, it's basically just lots of little toiletries. And again, I have labelled everything. Not sure how well you can see that. I used my label maker and I labelled everything just so we know what's what, otherwise I guarantee you we would not when we get there. So that all fit really nicely in this bag, and what's nice is I can just dump this in the bathroom if I'm feeling tired when we get there. It is quite heavy, so whatever bag this goes in, I'm just going to have to be mindful not to put too much of Avery's feed in there, otherwise it will most definitely be overweight because that's heavy. This bag is not being packed yet just because there are still going to be things I need to add to it. I'm just going to have like a last minute case where I leave that one case out and then I put all the last minute bits in there. Another thing that I have downstairs defrosting is our ice packs. I'm going to defrost them, make sure they're fully dry, and then wrap them really well in like a plastic bag, and then I'm just gonna have to remember to put them in a case that doesn't have electricals in it just in case. So yeah, this is basically all of our chargers and whatnot. So at the minute I've got our American adapters, there's a few wires in here, a few plugs, but for the most part that is everything, all of my wires. I have used these little kind of cable tidies from Shein. I got quite a few of them in a pack and they were really cheap, and they are working really well to keep all the cables nice and neat. But we've still got a ton of chargers to go in here, all of Avery's medical equipment chargers and whatnot, and again it's all stuff we're going to need for quite a while. I don't think this will fit in there. Nope, that won't fit in there, so that'll just have to go alongside it. I think what I'm going to have to do is just remember which suitcases are kind of like the need to add things to suitcases so that I don't have to rummage through each one. This is my makeup pouch. I found this on Shein and I actually really like it. It fits quite a bit in and I just like how it's organised. So up top I've got kind of like my fragrances, lip liners, mascaras, eyebrow products and whatnot. And then it has a compartment here. This is actually detachable, so you don't have to use this in here. But it does, oops, it does just have all of my makeup brushes in there. Perhaps it wasn't the best idea to open it because I'm dropping everything out of it now. But I've got some beauty sponges, some serum foundation that I'm trying out. I've got a couple of these. I got these in a set of 3 on Amazon. I just wanted like a stick bronzer and a stick blush. Just so it's cream based, because I've heard that creams tend to melt off your face a little bit less. I've got a couple of lip colours, powder, some setting spray, concealer. I've got a palette, an eyeshadow palette there in case I do fancy it. I'm not sure if I will wear makeup, but I would like the option too. We are going to be taking a lot of pictures on this trip, I would imagine, so you know I don't want to look the mess that I normally look on a day-to-day basis, so I am packing it so that I've got the option. And then this one here, it's just got a few bits that we're going to need for Avery, or may need for Avery. I've got a couple of extra extension sets for her G-tube, a few bits of Tegaderm and some tape, but this is because in the parks we've got nowhere to wash her extension set, so throughout the day we'll probably just leave it on and tape it to her stomach. So I packed the Tegaderm because if her stomach starts to get irritated by the tape, that just kind of goes onto her stomach and acts as a second skin. So that is what that is for. And then I've got an extra little saline solution. I've packed one of these in our hand luggage, or I'm going to pack one of these in our hand luggage, and that will be what I use on the flight to clean Avery's button because it will need to be cleaned. And this bottle here is our normal cleansing solution. Obviously I don't want to pack that in our hand luggage. This bag will stay out. It's another one that will stay out. My makeup bag will also stay out for a while too, just because there's still stuff in there I want to use. But yeah, this bag will stay out because there's still stuff that needs to go in it. But for now I've got a full bottle of Avery's cleaning solution for her button, and just a bunch of button covers. There's 12 in there, so I'm going to want to still add more because we usually change her button cover twice a day, but she hasn't got enough for me to start grabbing some out of her normal stash, so I need to wait until a bit closer to the time to complete that bag, so that'll be another one that is staying out. But yeah, I think that is everything in terms of normal stuff. Now make sure you stay tuned, because after I've got this lot in the case, I've then got to jam all of Avery's medical and feed supplies and equipment into the case. So let's play Jenga. This is where I'm at so far. I've still got all this to go in, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to bring some of Avery's medical stuff up, because if I can get away with not filling all of the suitcases, then I will. But I'm saving 1/2 of all of these cases for Avery's medical stuff, so I just want to see how much room that is going to take. This is Avery's feed. There are 64 bottles in total, and they roughly weigh about 250 grams each, maybe a bit off. They're 250 ml, so that's probably roughly how much they weigh. 64 of them. Obviously some will be going into hand luggage, but the rest have got to go in the cases. And then these are the giving sets. Again, 64 of those, so I'm going to see how many of these I can fit in these empty spaces. So I've actually managed to get all of Avery's feed giving sets and syringes in just these 3. And what I've just done is laid a towel over the side before I close it up, just because there's space to do it and it adds a little bit of extra padding for the bottles. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna see how much I can get in there. That is a bigger suitcase, so I've got to be more mindful of heavy stuff. But it looks like we might end up either having some empty cases or not needing to take all of them, which will be nice. I've managed to fit everything in 5 cases, which I'm really happy with. There are still a couple of bits I need to add to this one and this one, but I have accommodated space for that. I don't think any of them are overweight, but moment of truth, I just bought this luggage scale off Amazon. I did have an old one, like an analog style one, but it had its day, so I thought I would buy a new one for this trip. And then this will also get packed in the suitcase as well, so that we can weigh on the way home too. The first one is 15.65 kilos. This one, 17.8 kilos. That's 11.6, but I know I've still got to add something else to this. The big one, 15.95, but again I've still got a few more bits to add to that one as well. Last one, oh, that one's about 16. Whew. So all of them are underweight, and then when we're there, obviously we're going to be using up all of Avery's feed and giving sets and syringes and whatnot, so I'm hoping we're going to have a decent amount of room to bring stuff back. I mean, I think there's 3 suitcases where half is just Avery's feed and giving sets and whatnot. So we should have half a suitcase, maybe even 3/4 of a suitcase to bring some stuff back, which would be nice. So I am glad that the bulk of it is done. Like I said, there are still last minute bits, my hair straighteners, my makeup, the cool packs need to go in still, Avery's button covers and whatnot still need to go in, and we still have hand luggage, so yeah, we're doing good. So all I'm gonna do now is go through my packing list, tick the majority of it off because I know I've packed it, and then whatever's left I'm just gonna make a new list with kind of last minute packing, and that'll just remind me then to throw stuff into the suitcases when I no longer need them out. But that's the bulk of the packing done. So I hope you enjoyed this little pack with me. By the time you see this video, I'm pretty sure we'll be nearing the end of our trip. We might even be on our way back. So that's quite a sad thought, but still. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up, and definitely check out my Orlando playlist. I've got tons of videos on there all about the kind of planning process and the things I've been doing in preparation for this trip. There will still be a few more videos to come, kind of like a trip report, how we found kind of the amenities and whatnot in terms of special needs. I'm going to be doing a Q&A as well, so make sure you leave any questions regarding the trip down below, and also a haul, of course, of whatever we pick up while we're in America. So with that said, I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye guys.